someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade, he has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember what happened in the Tommy
He
Fury
lost a close decision, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though. He's a good boxer. If he wasn't a YouTuber, people would be way more impressed with him.
Yeah.
The problem is he was like a famous kid, and then no one took him seriously.
He's obviously got a really decent chin. Maybe not.
Wait, stop scrolling. You are not ready for what Joe Rogan just said about Jake Paul. I mean, this isn't some random comment. It's a bombshell that's already making the internet explode. I've never seen anything like this, Joe Rogan reportedly said, and trust me, the reason he said that will leave you speechless. Everyone thought Jake Paul was untouchable, fighting big names, selling out arenas, but Joe? He's exposing the truth nobody wants to admit. And it's brutal. He's not ready, Rogan whispered in what insiders are calling a private recording. He thinks he's in control, but he's playing with fire. Imagine thinking you've got it all, and someone like Joe Rogan, who's seen every fighter, every knockout, every hype train, just pulls the rug from under you. That's exactly what happened. Fans are panicking. Social media is on fire. Twitter threads are exploding. People are debating, arguing, even threatening. And here's the kicker. Joe's final words reveal a secret about Jake Paul that could ruin everything he's worked for. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the boxing world, the fans, and even celebrities are shocked, and why Jake Paul might never recover from this. The story starts long before the fight night, in the hidden corners of the boxing world, where hype, money, and egos collide. Everyone knew Jake Paul had been building his empire, YouTube stardom, massive pay-per-view numbers, and social media influence. But nobody expected him to step into the ring with Anthony Joshua, one of the most feared heavyweights in the sport. But what really happened behind the cameras is something that only insiders are now starting to reveal. A source close to Joe Rogan told us Joe was worried. He said, "This isn't just a fight. This is a collision of fantasy versus reality." He kept asking questions, and you could see the worry in his eyes. He didn't say it publicly, but privately, he knew this would get ugly. Jake, as always, was confident. In a private Instagram live session the night before the fight, he said, "I'm walking in there with my head held high. AJ doesn't scare me. People think I'm just a YouTuber playing boxer, but tonight, I'm rewriting the story." The followers cheered, the hype exploded, but insiders knew better. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, had been training in silence. No flashy posts, no Instagram flexes, just pure preparation. One source revealed AJ was calm, almost eerily calm. He knew the fight wasn't about flash, it was about control. He told his team, "Let him think he's in charge. Let him move. Then I'll show him the real boxing world." As the fight approached, the media storm was relentless. Podcasts speculated endlessly. Fans picked sides. Tweets flew with predictions ranging from Jake Paul wins by knockout to AJ destroys him in the first round. Even celebrities weighed in. One leaked DM from a famous fighter read, "He's gonna get hurt. Jake doesn't belong in this league. Mark my words." But what makes this backstory explosive is the tension brewing in the shadows. Joe Rogan, normally calm and composed, had private conversations with both camps. Sources claim he told Jake, "Kid, you're stepping into a lion's den. This isn't YouTube. This is elite boxing. Don't underestimate him." Jake allegedly laughed it off. "I got this. I've got my strategy. I'm not scared." Meanwhile, social media was already setting the stage for chaos. Fake leaks and insider reports flooded Twitter and Reddit. Fans debated endlessly, is Jake Paul really ready for a heavyweight legend? Some insisted the fight was fixed. Others were convinced it was a legitimate showdown. The tension reached a fever pitch, and every moment of anticipation added to the drama. And here's the real twist. Joe Rogan wasn't just watching. He was recording every private reaction, every behind-the-scenes whisper. An anonymous insider claims Joe had a notebook full of observations. He knew what AJ would do and exactly how Jake would react. He told his team, "This is going to shatter illusions." The stakes were higher than anyone imagined. Jake's team, Fueled by social media hype, believed in the narrative they had sold the world. He's fearless, unstoppable, and destined to make history. But Anthony's camp had a different mindset. It's about patience, precision, and showing what real champions do. Jake is brave, but bravery alone won't survive a heavyweight punch. Even the night before the fight, controversy was building. Leaked group chats revealed intense arguments. Jake Paul's manager was reportedly messaging, "Do not hold back. We need fireworks. PR is key." Meanwhile, AJ's coach wrote, "Let him overcommit. We'll make him pay for every mistake." The stage was set. Thousands of fans filled the arena, millions watched online, and the world waited for the moment when fantasy would meet reality. Every handshake, every stare down, every word exchanged backstage carried tension that could explode into scandal. And this is where the drama intensifies. Joe Rogan, observing quietly, finally realized the full scope of what was about to happen. According to a source, he muttered, "If Jake survives this fight, it will be a miracle, but what happens after is going to be even more shocking." By the time the first bell rang, the backstory was no longer just context, it was the heartbeat of the drama. Fans didn't just care about punches. They cared about truth versus hype, about ambition versus reality, and about the hidden battles raging behind the scenes, battles nobody else could see, until now. And here's the kicker. This fight wasn't just about boxing. It was a psychological war, a battle of perception, and a story that would shake social media, the boxing world, and every fan who ever believed in Jake Paul. Joe Rogan's final words, now revealed, wouldn't just shock the fans, they would rewrite the narrative of Jake Paul forever. Stay locked in, because once we move to the major conflict and first twist, the story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. Secrets spill. Betrayals surface. And one private recording will leave even the most loyal fans questioning everything they thought they knew. The arena was electric. Cameras flashed. The crowd roared. But backstage, the tension was almost unbearable. Sources revealed that just minutes before the fight, Jake Paul received a private message from someone inside Anthony Joshua's camp. The text allegedly read, "Kid, you're in over your head. Don't say I didn't warn you." When Jake reportedly saw the message, insiders say he laughed, showing that signature bravado. But in private, one of his team whispered, "He's nervous. Don't let him show it." Every fan watching live had no idea what was boiling behind the scenes. The psychological war had already begun. The bell rang, and the first round immediately shattered expectations. Jake Paul came out aggressively, throwing combinations faster than anyone predicted. But Anthony Joshua's calm, almost clinical demeanor made it clear he wasn't there for a highlight reel, he was there for systematic dismantling. Midway through the second round, the first shock hit, a massive clash of heads. Jake stumbled, blood trickling from a small cut above his eye. The crowd gasped. Commentators whispered, "That's going to haunt him if he doesn't recover fast." But Jake, gritting his teeth, waved it off. "I'm fine. Let's go." By the third round, the controversy exploded. A leaked clip, apparently from a corner camera, surfaced online. In it, Jake's trainer seemed to whisper, "Don't take the right hand. Keep moving." But Anthony, sensing the hesitation, launched a devastating right hook. The arena froze. For a split second, Jake Paul's vision wavered, and the commentators didn't hold back. This could be it. This could be the knockout no one saw coming. The first twist came when Jake's brother, Logan Paul, jumped in front of the camera mid-fight, live-streaming a series of messages claiming he's winning 4 rounds. Don't believe the narrative. Fans erupted in debate. Was Logan spinning a heroic survival story, or was he desperately trying to rewrite reality as the punches landed? By round 4, it became clear the fight was more than a physical battle. It was a battle of narratives. Joe Rogan, reportedly watching backstage, muttered, "This isn't just a fight. It's a lesson in hubris, and he's about to learn it the hard way." Another source claims Joe was recording every reaction, anticipating the fallout that would go viral the next day. And then the shocking revelation. A private clip surfaced of Jake Paul muttering mid-round, "I didn't expect him to be this strong." I thought I had him. Fans couldn't see it live, but once leaked online, it exploded the internet. People debated endlessly. Was this the moment Jake realized he might actually lose? Round 5 brought the escalation. Anthony's strategy became terrifyingly clear. He was systematically breaking Jake down, forcing him to defend and run, draining his energy round after round. Commentators noted, "Look at the control. This isn't about speed. This is psychological warfare." He's teaching Jake a lesson no hype video can show. Then came the first social media twist. Leaked Twitter threads from anonymous accounts claimed AJ's team bribed refs to allow more clinching. Jake was robbed. Fans exploded, dividing the boxing community. Some defended Jake's survival, others laughed at the claim. The narrative was no longer about the fight itself. It was about controversy, manipulation, and perception. But the biggest shock was yet to come. By round 6, Anthony landed a perfect right hand, sending Jake Paul to the canvas. The arena went silent. Commentators screamed, "This is it. It's over." But Jake's team immediately started pushing the moral victory angle. He lasted 6 rounds against a legend. Joe Rogan, behind the scenes, reportedly shook his head. "That's not victory. That's survival." There's a difference, and the world needs to see it. The twist didn't stop there. Insider leaks suggested that Jake's corner had considered throwing in the towel, but were overruled at the last second by Logan Paul. According to sources, Logan said, "No way he quits. We can spin this into a historic story." The drama wasn't just in the ring, it was off the cameras, with family, team, and media all colliding in a frenzy. By the end of the 6th round, Jake Paul was bruised, bloodied, and visibly shaken. But Logan's victory narrative had already gone viral. Tweets, TikToks, and Instagram reels flooded the internet. Jake Paul proved he's brave. Meanwhile, Anthony's team quietly celebrated the systematic breakdown of a hyped YouTuber, knowing the real story wasn't being told. And here's the cliffhanger for this section. One private recording, never intended for public release, revealed Jake muttering something that could destroy his entire narrative. The leak hinted at a shocking confession. "I wasn't ready for this. Maybe I'm not cut out for this level." This revelation set the stage for the escalation and shocking reveal, where the story explodes further. Social media reactions, celebrity commentary, and insider leaks collide, creating controversy that will dominate the headlines for weeks. The dust hadn't even settled from the fight, and the chaos was already spreading like wildfire. Within minutes of Jake Paul hitting the canvas, a leaked backstage clip surfaced online. In it, a frustrated Logan Paul yelled at the corner, "We're not letting them spin this." 6 rounds is enough to call it a moral win. Fans went ballistic. Some praised the bravado, others laughed, calling it delusion. But the real shock came when a celebrity insider posted a cryptic tweet. What Jake just went through, nobody tells the full story. There's more behind the cameras than you'll ever see. By now, every social platform was ablaze. TikTok clips dissected every second of Jake's survival. Twitter threads argued endlessly about whether lasting 6 rounds against AJ was heroic or embarrassing, and Instagram reels highlighted every wobbly step, every dodge, every punch taken. Then came the revelation that set the boxing world on fire. One insider claimed that Anthony Joshua had actually held back early in the fight, saving his power for a devastating final combination. They alleged the knockout wasn't just skill, it was a statement. Jake thought he was surviving. He was being studied and broken down psychologically. Celebrities joined the conversation too. Rumors spread that Jake had received texts from fellow influencers and retired boxers, some offering praise, others openly questioning his preparation. One viral post claimed if he thought he could beat AJ, he severely underestimated what real discipline looks like. The drama escalated further when snippets of a private conversation between Jake and his trainer leaked. Jake reportedly said, "I don't know if I can go on. My jaw hurts. My vision is off." The corner allegedly replied, "Push through. The world is watching." This sparked a massive online debate. Was it bravery or foolishness to continue under those conditions? And then, the controversy exploded. A fake inside source video went viral, claiming Jake Paul had secretly planned to throw the fight if AJ went too hard early. Fans were divided, some believed the theory, others called it pure manipulation to keep the hype alive. The comment sections were flooded. Surviving 6 rounds doesn't mean winning, versus he showed courage no influencer has ever shown. The tension didn't stop there. Analysts dissected the fight frame by frame, claiming Joshua's every move was calculated, turning Jake's energy into psychological pressure. One tweet summed it up best. Jake Paul walked into the ring thinking he could hype his way through. Reality hit harder than AJ's right hand. And just when it seemed the story couldn't get any juicier, a leaked text from Anthony's team surfaced, allegedly saying, "We let him think he had a moral victory." The world needed to learn the difference between hype and history. The escalation and shocking reveal ended with a cliffhanger, whispers of a secret meeting between Jake, Logan, and a major promoter hinting at a rematch under even higher stakes. The question everyone was asking, is Jake Paul done chasing heavyweight glory, or is the next showdown going to be even more explosive? As the dust settled, the internet erupted like never before. Twitter became a battlefield of opinions. Fans split into 2 camps. Jake Paul showed unprecedented courage versus surviving doesn't mean winning. He got demolished. Memes flooded every platform. One viral clip showed Jake stumbling after a right hook, captioned, "When you survive the storm but still get wet." Meanwhile, celebrities joined the outrage. Retired fighters, analysts, and even other YouTubers weighed in. One former heavyweight tweeted, "If you think lasting 6 rounds against AJ is a moral victory, you've never boxed professionally." Another post went viral, allegedly from an insider at the fight. What no one saw, AJ was holding back early, testing Jake. The final combo wasn't just power, it was psychological warfare. The comment sections were exploding. Fans argued endlessly over every round. Who won what, how much Jake really endured, and whether logistical hype or real skill mattered more. Some even claimed they had sources saying Jake's jaw was already partially broken before the final round, sparking debates over fighter safety and ethics. Boxing analysts took it further. Live streams dissected the fight frame by frame, showing how Joshua methodically drained Jake's energy. One YouTube clip titled "The Hidden Reality of Jake Paul vs. AJ" quickly amassed millions of views, with the host claiming, "You're seeing a YouTuber believing in fantasy, colliding with a real professional." That's the true story behind the 6 rounds. Social media influencers amplified the chaos. TikTok reactions ranged from mocking Jake's effort to praising his survival instincts. One influencer dramatically stated, "Most fighters would have folded by round 3. Jake lasted 6. That's insane, but is it enough to call it a victory?" Industry insiders whispered about tension behind the scenes. Rumors spread that AJ's team intentionally let Jake believe he had momentum, creating a PR storm that boosted fight hype even further. Another insider allegedly said, "This fight wasn't just about punches, it was about perception." Jake's illusion of victory is feeding millions of clicks online. The media frenzy reached mainstream outlets. Headlines varied wildly. Jake Paul shows heart in defeat versus AJ crushes YouTube hype in brutal fashion. The debate dominated sports shows, podcasts, and late-night news segments. Everyone had a hot take, and no one could agree on a single truth. The divide between entertainment fans and boxing purists became a spectacle in itself. By the end of the day, the fight wasn't just a sporting event, it was a cultural conversation. Clips, debates, leaked messages, and insider commentary kept the story alive for hours. And just when viewers thought they had seen it all, whispers of a shocking rematch and more backstage revelations began to circulate, leaving everyone on edge. This isn't over. And the next chapter will be even messier. Just when everyone thought the storm had settled, the fight footage dropped a secret moment no one had noticed. Fans started replaying the 6th round frame by frame, and what they discovered sent shockwaves across the internet. A subtle glance from AJ, a barely visible hand signal, suggested there was more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. Insider whispers began surfacing. One alleged message from a member of Jake Paul's camp claimed, AJ knew exactly how to break him mentally. The right hands weren't just power, they were punishment designed to crush his confidence completely. Meanwhile, social media detectives noticed something chilling. During the post-fight interview, Jake's hesitation before answering a question hinted at a hidden injury worse than anyone realized. Fans speculated wildly, jaw, ribs, or even a pre-existing condition that turned the fight into a nightmare scenario for the YouTube star. Celebrities jumped in again. One former champion tweeted, "I've never seen a fight end like this. Jake's toughness is real, but the collapse of his illusion is absolute. The narrative he sold himself? Gone." Even AJ's team dropped cryptic hints. A behind-the-scenes clip surfaced showing him calmly walking away from the ring, whispering something to his coach that nobody was meant to hear. This isn't over, not by a long shot. The rumor mill exploded. Could there be a rematch? Was Jake being prepped for an even bigger public humiliation, all orchestrated for views and media frenzy? Leaked messages hinted at controversial training methods, secret sparring sessions, and unseen injuries, all pointing to a fight that was more psychological than physical. Fans went wild, dissecting every moment of the fight and post-fight pressers. One TikTok trend titled "The Hidden Truth About Jake Paul's Collapse" went viral within hours, sparking debate. Was Jake truly prepared, or was this a calculated exposure of a YouTube star stepping into a pro's world? Comment sections became arenas of theory crafting and conspiracy. Everyone had a hot take. Was AJ merciful at times? Was Jake's hype intentionally inflated? And most importantly, what would happen next? The drama escalated further when a leaked video allegedly showed Jake consulting with unknown figures in a dimly lit gym, whispering about revenge, redemption, and a plan to reclaim his narrative. And just when viewers thought they had the full story, a final social media drop left everyone gasping. AJ posted a cryptic post with only 3 words. "Not done yet." The screen faded to black. Viewers were left in absolute suspense. The fight, the controversy, the hidden injuries, the backstage secrets, it was all far from over. One thing was certain, the next chapter would be more explosive, more shocking, and more viral than anyone dared imagine. Guys, I need you to comment below. What do you think Jake Paul will do next? Will he come back stronger, or is this the end of his hype? Don't hold back, share your thoughts, tag your friends, and let the debate explode in the comments. Smash that like button if you're shocked by the hidden truths we just revealed, and hit subscribe with the notification bell so you don't miss the next explosive update. Trust me, the next chapter is going to be even bigger, crazier, and more shocking than anything you've seen before.